appearance of me. I have been out in London all day and I'm about to start a readathon at midnight. It is currently like 10:30 or something. Wait, is it even that? It's 10:20. So I look a bit of a state, but I'm here because this vlog is going to be a 24-hour reading vlog. Starting at midnight, I'm introducing it a little bit early because we've got to pick the TBR for my reading vlog. But the theme is going to be reading thrillers. I've done a couple of these vlogs where I read a certain type of book, like genre of book, or book by a certain author for 24 hours. I quite enjoy doing them. I think you guys enjoy watching them, maybe. Please let me know. Hopefully if you are here, you do. But today's video is going to be thriller themed, as I said. So I kind of have an idea of what I want for my TBR. I tend to go overly ambitious. What I seem to do with these videos is I pick 3 books and I read 2 books. So we're going to go with that theme and pick 3 books and hope that I read 3 books. My logic being that thrillers are faster pace, so maybe I'll read more. I don't know, but let's go pick. So this is my thriller shelf. We've got my adult thriller and then we've got my YA thriller. I think we're going to go down the adult route for this vlog, I think. Maybe, oh, actually, I don't know, because there's a couple here. Is that a thriller, I think, that I would like to get to? I feel like some of them kind of go into horror, like Survive the Night. Questioning myself at this point. Well, I know one. Hang on, I'll show you the one I definitely want to get on this TBR. So, A Tidy Ending by Joanna Cannon. I have been recommended this now by 2 different booksellers, saying it's one of the best thrillers they've ever read. So this has definitely got to go on the list. Can't remember what it's about. I'll tell you that in a minute, but I think this is definitely got to go on the TBR. I did add something else to my Fictionary TBR for this, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know. It was A Silent Patient. Wasn't it? Hang on. Okay, this I have been wanting to read for a very long time. I've heard very good things, so I think we'll add that on. And then maybe something shorter? Is this a thriller? I think this is a thriller. Hang on, what does it say? Award-winning classic murder mystery. Well, murder mystery. Maybe this? Maybe. Okay, that's a maybe. I don't know what else I want to add on. I don't want to be too overly ambitious. Maybe I should go for a YA. Should we pick a YA? I'm saying this like you can respond and help me with my picking. What's this about? I have no idea. One of Us is Lying meets Crazy Rich Asians. I don't read nearly as much YA anymore, so I feel like these ones don't get as much of a go on my TBR. So maybe, hang on, we're going to get a possible TBR together. That sounds like a good plan. Anything else I want to add to it? What's this one? This one I keep looking at for unhauls and then don't unhaul, so there's a reason in keeping hold of this. Is this a thriller or a horror? I don't know. I don't think we're going to add that one. And I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to make the TBR too long because then it gets too daunting. I don't want to add any from here. I don't know what to add. Is this a good maybe TBR? Like, I mean, we're going to go cut it down now. I'm not going to have all 4 of these. Maybe let's add one more. I don't know where my brain's at right now. Like, I'm going to blame it on tiredness, but I've filmed a lot of content recently and I think that my brain is starting to just not brain so well anymore. Anyway, you don't care. Let's pick books. What do I want? I've read that. I don't know why that's here. Is that a thriller? I don't know what to add. What's The Woman in the Window? That sounds fun. Why is she in the window? I'm intrigued. Ooh, do you know what I have? Hang on. I know what I have. I've got a Ruth Ware book I haven't read yet. I'm unsure on Ruth Ware because I've had some good ones and some bad ones, so I feel like I need to get a couple more in to decide. So we're gonna maybe do that. Boom. I think that's it. Okay, we need to cut this down a bit. So I've gone for 0 Days by Ruth Ware. Couldn't tell you anything about it, like at all, so let's have a look. It's an adrenaline-fueled thriller about a woman in a race against time to clear her name and find her husband's killer. Ooh. Hired by companies to break into buildings and hack security systems, Jack and her husband Gabe are the best penetration specialists in the business. Okay. But after a routine assignment goes horribly wrong, Jack arrives home to find her husband dead. To add to the horror, the police are closing in on the only suspect. On the run and out of options, Jack must decide who she can trust as she circles closer to the truth in the unputdownable, heart-pounding mystery from one of the best thriller writers around today. I mean, I want to know more about the penetration business. Okay, maybe that one. And then I've also got this one in the running. This is the Honjin Murders by Seishi Yokomizo. This is an award-winning classic murder mystery. This is set in the winter of 1937 in the village of Okamura. It's abuzz with excitement over the forthcoming Ishyanagi wedding, but amid the gossip there is also a worrying rumour. It seems a sinister masked man has been asking questions around the village. On the night of the wedding, the household are woken by a terrible scream, followed by the sound of eerie music. Death has come to Okamura, leaving no trace but a bloody samurai sword thrust into the pristine snow outside the house. Okay, so there's a detective. I feel like this is more just murder mystery than it is thriller, so we're gonna take that one out of the running. We have got How We Fall Apart by Katie Zhao. Zhao? I would check the pronunciation on that. This is following students at school, I think. We have got Jamie Run, the queen bee of Sinclair Prep, is dead. Oh no. No one knows what's happened until an anonymous poster calling themselves the Proctor points the finger at Jamie's former best friends. Track star Akil, fashionista Crystal, grades-focused Alexander, and scholarship student Nancy. All exceptional students with perfect records and shady stories about how they got there. Okay, definitely giving One of Us is Lying vibes, isn't it? As the Proctor threatens to reveal their darkest secrets, Nancy and the others race to find the true killer, but will their past catch up with them first? Okay, so we've kind of got two different race to find the killer situations with these ones. Silent Patient is definitely going on the TBR, but I can tell you about it as well. This is by Alex Michaelides. This has a very short blurb, so let's just read that. Alicia Bernison lived a seemingly perfect life until one day 6 years ago when she shot her husband in the head 5 times. Since then, she hasn't spoken a word. It's time to find out why. Is this actually a thriller? I'm kind of just assuming it is. Yes, the perfect thriller. Okay, someone literally said that on the front cover. AJ Finn, thank you. Right, so that one. And then A Tidy Ending by Joanna Cannon, which I'm not gonna lie, I think I might start with. Meet Linda. Linda lives a nice normal life on a nice normal street with Terry, her perfectly ordinary husband. Linda's not like everyone else. Of course she's not. She keeps herself to herself, but she's good at solving puzzles, and there are times she sees things that other people might have overlooked. Because nothing on Cavendish Avenue is quite as it seems. People have started to go missing in the neighbourhood, and Linda will soon discover that some secrets can't stay buried forever. Apparently, it's full of twists. It's a darkly funny tale. Curtain twitching. Curtain twitching. Like, I'll be twitching my curtains? Or someone else will be? Hopefully I'll be twitching my curtains, not somebody else. Devastating detective, darkly funny, twist-laden mystery. Okay, I think this one sounds exciting. Linda loves a puzzle. This one's proving hard to solve. I don't know if this one looks like it's a thriller or not, or if it's just like a mystery type of thing. But I've been told that it is good. I'm now trying to recollect if they said it was like the best thriller they've read or just like a good book. I think I might have added the thriller part in myself. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I might be lying to you all. Sorry. But we'll find out. The only way to find out is by reading it, isn't it? So we're going for the tidy ending. I'm so sure it's thriller. I could just look it up, couldn't I? Maybe we should do that. Whatever. It's on the TBR. A tidy ending and A Silent Patient are definitely on there. I don't know which one to add out these two. I don't want to like make it too overly ambitious because there's no way in hell I'm going to get to 4 books. Maybe How We Fall Apart, because something fell out of it. This has been on my TBR for so long that I feel like this is going to give me the push to read it. It's small, it's YA, so it's going to be fast paced anyway, because these two kind of have not similar concepts, but they've both got the kind of trying to clear their name type of thing. So okay, right, that's it. We're going to do that. Boom. That's the TBR. You can't. That one's the wrong way around. Hang on. Oh dear. Oh, it's all upside down. That's it. That's the TBR. Took me long enough to show you that. It is now gone past 10, so I have an hour and a half until the readathon starts. I'm going to be live with my patrons all day tomorrow, so lots of opportunities to get as much reading done as possible. I do these readathons. I try and do them monthly with my patrons. They pretty much are monthly unless like the month is really, really busy. But if you would ever like to join, they're always available to all tiers, so I will leave links down below if you ever want to check it out. It's really fun. Like I love getting to sit and read with my patrons all day and just interact with them. They're such a lovely group of human beings. And I like being able to make a vlog out of it as well. So 24 hours of reading thrillers. That is the TBR. We have an hour and a half until it begins. I'm going to really try and stay up till midnight. I really am. Is it going to happen? I don't know. We're going to give it a go. We're going to try. I just heard some weird noises out in the hallway. That's not great for the start of a thriller vlog, is it? Please don't start scaring me. It's fine. It's outside of my actual flat. Anyway, welcome to the vlog. Sorry, this intro has been a bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoy. It's going to be a good time. Please give me some thriller recs down below. I mean, clearly I've got lots on my shelves, but I have read a fairly decent amount of them. Another one I really want to read soon, actually, whilst we're here, is 13 Stories by Jonathan Sims. Initially, I thought this was short stories, 13 different stories. It's not. It's somebody on a 13-story building, question mark? Okay, I don't actually know where the 13 stories things come to. I think all these people live in a building, and maybe it's got 13 stories to it, but their host is found dead by the end of the night, this looks really good. Actually, maybe that should have gone on the TBR. No, I'm sticking with my guns. I can always switch them out if I want to. Anyway, let's crack on with the vlog. It's nearly midnight. Also, can we please appreciate little ghosty with the plants? Hang on, where is it? There. Little ghosty. Okay, bro, it's nearly midnight. I'm still awake. Yes, success. I actually feel like I'm kind of a little bit revitalized. Not like fully awake, but you know, I've sat, I've chilled, I've watched some TV, I've recouped my brain a little bit. Maybe not completely, but it's fine. I'm going to be starting with a tidy ending. My logic being that this is the book I think is going to take me the longest to read. It's also physically the longest. So I thought if I started with this, my motivation would be high. Then I plan on going on to The Silent Patient, and then I plan on going on to How We Fall Apart. My logic with this one being that I feel like this is going to be the quickest paced. So if I leave this one till the end, when my motivation is maybe more stretched, and it's upside down. Hang on. Basically, when I've been reading all day and my eyes feel like they're going to fall out my head, this book, that's when this comes on in. It's nearly midnight though, so I've got my book at the ready and I'm looking forward to getting started. Woo! Let's go, let's go, let's go! But so I've read the prologue, literally just 3 or 4 pages, and I'm already like sad for this character. She just thinks that she is so unnoticeable and unremarkable, and she doesn't even like her own wedding photos, and I just feel sad for her. So that's where we're at the moment. I don't know if this author's just, you know, trying to get me on board, trying to build up the sympathy, trying to lull me into a false sense of security. I don't know. I don't even know what's happened, but I'm about to find out, because now it's chapter 1. That was the prologue. Now the now section, that was what it's called now, whereas now this is chapter 1, so now we get to find out what's actually happening. Anyway, literally like 6 pages in, but I just, you know, I wanted to keep you updated. Not every update will be every 6 pages, but I thought you'd like to know. I'm gonna go read in bed now. I give up. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, okay, I didn't do too bad. It's 20 to 11. No, 20 to 1. It's 20 to 1. I'm gonna go to bed. Well, read in bed. I'm gonna go to bed, aren't I? I'll see you in the morning. Sprints are starting soon. It is officially the morning of Sunday, and we're starting sprints in that many minutes. 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, it's happening. Good morning. I come to you from the very cozy location of bed and pajamas. I'm excited to read today. I'm going to be starting these sprints in bed because, oh, why the hell not? It's cozy. I've got my book, Tidy Ending. I really didn't read much of this last night. I got up to page 18, so like literally not much at all. But sprints are starting in just under 5 minutes. We're going from 10 a.m. this morning and pretty much sprinting all day with my Patreons, which I love doing. If you are unfamiliar with sprints, it's basically using the Pomodoro timer method to keep yourself motivated and hold yourself accountable. So I am doing a live show with my Patreons where I'm on camera and we sprint and read or do anything productive for a set amount of time, so like 45 minutes, and then we might chat for like, let's say 10-15 minute break, and then we sprint again, and then we chat, and then we sprint, and like it just keeps going like that basically, and it just helps you get loads done. It definitely helps motivate me, but that's what today is with my Patreons, and that's going to be helping me with this 24 hours of reading thrillers as well. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good time. But yeah, sprints are literally starting any second now, so I'm gonna go get ready for that, but I'm looking forward to actually properly getting into this. Okay, let's go live. Hello! It's me in the vlog and my book. Hi! How's everybody doing? Welcome to Sprints! Vlog! Hi! Hi! Hello! I'm not a football watcher. This is not a normal state of affairs for me. However, England is in the final of the World Cup, and I feel like I should have it on. So I've got it on in the background whilst reading A Tidy Ending. So that's the plan right now. Okay, I'm over 100 pages in. I am at page 109, chapter 11. Not really sure what my thoughts are on this yet. I've got a very strong theory as to what I think, or the direction I think this is going to head in, and I hope I'm not right, because if I am, I feel like it's going to take away the complete surprise element of this book. So I'm hoping that that's not right. Obviously I won't say what it is because I don't want to spoil anything if I am right or even if I'm wrong, I don't want to spoil it either way. But one of the things I'm struggling with a little bit with this, so I've got contamination OCD, which is very centric around germs. I don't tend to read things with conversations of OCD in them or of anything to do with like specific conversations around germs. This has a couple of different things mentioned about germs. Our main character is mentioning a couple of things and like how much germs they have and like how dirty certain things are. I don't need that information in my brain because of the way that my OCD works. I don't need that information in my brain, and it keeps being mentioned, and every time it's mentioned I'm like verbally physically like looking away from the page. So I'm not really enjoying that side of it. That's such a minor part, but that is making me a little bit like I don't want to read those kind of scenes in books for me, but I'm not gonna let that like ruin the book at all. I'm intrigued. The back and forth is interesting. The character is definitely very interesting to follow. She's incredibly observant about everything around her. She actually, so I'm in the process at the moment of trying to get a diagnosis for ADHD, and obviously a lot of that is my brain just feeling like it's constantly running at 100 miles a minute, just the way that I'm kind of seeing everything and noticing everything around me, and just the way that I feel like my brain is working. I'm noticing some kind of similarities in what she's explaining with the way that she's noticing things and the way she talks and the way her brain kind of gets distracted from itself as well. Like she'll be mid-sentence saying something and then she'll suddenly go to talk about something else. And those kind of things I'm really noticing are mirrors as to the way I sometimes experience things. Not everything she's doing for sure, but like certain things that she does I'm finding to be kind of relatable with the things that I'm currently looking into linked to ADHD. So I'm finding that side of things interesting to read about. There's definitely some conversations I think that are going to come out of this that link towards mental health. I think it's going in that direction. Intrigued, not loving it yet though, not gonna lie. At the moment I think it's sitting like around about a 3-star. I just kind of want to know what the big hype is for this one, because at the moment I'm not overly seeing it, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep going. Got like, how many pages is it? Just over 400 pages, so have another 300 pages to go. It is currently nearly 1 o'clock, so I think I need to pick up the pace a little bit, but I'll let you know more as I've read more. Sounds like Silverstone outside my flat right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's so many cars just revving their engines up the road. There's like another block of flats over there, and then there's like not a main road but a busy road, and it's Silverstone at the moment apparently. Anyway, I am definitely intrigued by this book. I am now here, so I have 150 pages left, so I've read quite a little bit more, quite a lot more since I last spoke. There have been in total, just to prepare anyone that is kind of worried about the germ side of things mentioned in here, there's been 3 different things mentioned that have been specifically like germ and dirt related things that have personally made me feel quite uncomfortable. Seriously, can you hear those cars? I don't know if you can, but it's not that long a road. I don't know how I can still hear them. Anyway, there have been 3 different instances, and I think the most recent one that I'm not going to say, that one I really, really, really didn't want to know. It's just stuff that I just don't want to consume that information, and I think that is something, if I would have known going into this, I probably wouldn't have even picked it up, but it's not enough for me to DNF it because it is literally just very short mentions. And I am intrigued, and I do want to see how this knits together. I am still sticking to my theory, which obviously I haven't told you what that is, but I'm still sticking to that in my head, and I think it's still possibly the route this is going to take. I hope it doesn't. But I'm intrigued enough to keep going with it. I think it was in the middle, I was kind of thinking like, where is this going? But it's picked up a little bit now. So last 150 pages, hopefully it gives me some big reveal moments. Sorry for all the background noise. I've got the doors open there and somebody is cleaning their car, and then I've got the fan on here because it suddenly got really hot and stuffy. But I finished a tidy ending, and I was thoroughly disappointed. It's come out as a 3-star encore pile because there was a small level of intrigue. All the reviews on the cover, on the blurb and the front cover of this book, are talking about how clever it is, how dark and twisted it is, like that it's dark and has twists in it. It's saying that it's got a gloriously sinister twist, full of twists twist-laden mystery. Like, it for something that's got loads of twists, I didn't really see many twists. I felt totally misled with this, to be honest with you. I really thought it was going to go down one route based on the bookseller recommendations, and it just didn't. I felt really disappointed by it. I felt like it was very predictable. I definitely predicted a good chunk of the direction it went in, so it didn't really surprise me. The main character was interesting to read about, especially with the development that we saw from her, and I found her interactions with people was the thing that made me most curious. But generally, this just let me down, and I don't really feel like I've got that much more to say about it, to be honest. It didn't thrill me. It is classed as a thriller. I checked. Goodreads has it listed as a thriller. Storygraph has it listed as a thriller. I didn't really feel like it was very thrilling. So we're going to put that down. That's done. 3 stars somehow. I'm planning on reading this one next instead of this one. So I was going to read The Silent Patient. Now I think I'm going to go for How We Fall Apart by Katie Zhao. This one I was going to read last. My logic being I thought it was going to be a quicker read and something that would just be like an easy read to end the vlog on. However, I think A Tidy Ending took me so much longer than expected to read because I was bored by it, and it was also the longest book, that I think this is a better pick. It's also YA, so I just think it's going to be quite a fast-paced one. It's got Ilks of One of Us is Lying and Crazy Rich Asians in it. I've already told you what it's about, so I won't go into that again, but I want something that's just going to grip me, and I think that YA thrillers do a good job of that, so hopefully this one doesn't disappoint me. But this is what I'm going to start now. It's nearly 5:15, so I've got a fair amount of time to try and finish this, and then at least start this. I don't think I'm going to finish this as well, but, you know, if I keep talking to you, I'm not going to have enough time to do any of those things, so I'm going to do that now. But I think the fact that Tidy Ending just took me so much longer to get through, I thought I'd have finished it earlier in the day. So, I'm motivated. I'm looking forward to starting this. Let's do it. I have made some progress on How We Fall Apart. I'm enjoying this, mostly. It's got what I wanted from a thriller, especially a YA thriller. I just kind of expect YA thrillers to be really fast-paced, really snappy, pretty dramatic stakes, and it has all of those things. We're following this group of students who are kind of implicated into the involvement of the murder of one of their fellow students and friend, or kind of ex-friend, really. They are having their secrets revealed about them that links them potentially, or gives them like motive towards the death of this student, and their secrets are being revealed via this like community message board that is linked to their school, and they're kind of getting staggered throughout the narrative of this book. So we're trying to find out who the messenger is before the final secrets are revealed, and basically just try and lift the guilt and the rumours surrounding these students linked to those messages. I feel like I did a really poor job of explaining that, but that's what it's about. It's high school drama. There's also a lot of elitism and classism in this book. There's also racism. There's a student-teacher relationship. There are conversations of drug use. There is so much going on in this book. It's a short book. The classism and elitism is really surrounding our main character because she has a scholarship to what is the like most elite boarding school, private school, sorry, in the country. And there is a lot of interactions with other students there about her place there, and conversations that aren't pleasant around the fact that she is there because she's got a scholarship rather than just paying her tuition, and how she's treated because of that. So there's all that going on at the same time as all this kind of investigation into the murder and who is sending these messages and the guilt attached to it. So really, these students are dealing with a lot. What I will say is I know I'm not the target audience for this book anymore. I know that, and I am very much okay with that when reading YA. I don't read nearly as much YA because of this reason. I especially don't read much YA that is set around a school because that is even more apparent that I'm not the target audience. They were celebrating someone's 15th birthday, which I'm very far away from. I do believe that there shouldn't be an age cap on reading when you are an adult. I think you can read any genre, any age group, sorry, and just appreciate the fact that you're not the target audience for that book if you are someone that's reviewing it, to kind of keep that in mind. So that is what I'm kind of keeping in mind when talking about this, because there are definitely parts where I just can't really relate to it, and that is affecting my enjoyment of it, but I knew it would. I just wanted the ease and the fun of a YA thriller, and that is what this is giving me. I do have about 100 and something pages left, so I'm going to finish this on the next few sprints. It is nearly 10 in the evening, so we do have a couple of sprints left before the readathon is over, but it's been a really good day of reading. I'll give you a little wrap up when I'm done, but I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on this. I finished my book. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, so you know, it was decent. It was decent. It just wasn't 4-star level or 5-star level, but I think it was a good YA thriller. I have spoken about my feelings on it really already. I don't think anything's really changed since my last update. It's very Pretty Little Liars-esque. I think if you liked that show, you will probably like some of the themes in this book. In fact, quite a lot of the themes in this book are quite similar to Pretty Little Liars. So yeah, I think it's got that kind of vibe about it, but with this like elite private school and everything that comes alongside that. So I think it was a fun time. It was a good YA thriller, fast-paced, and I think it was the right book to pick next for this video. I do still really want to read The Silent Patient, and I know The Silent Patient is fairly fast-paced, and I know that a lot of people have really enjoyed it, and I will read that for another video. I want to say soon. I'd like to think this year. I hope this year. Although we are running out of months quite dramatically now, which is scary. I don't know when that happened, but I will get to it. But I think this was a good choice, so I'm glad that I read that. So wrapping up the vlog now, it's been a mixed bag. We've had 2 very different thrillers. I really felt disappointed by A Tidy Ending. I think more reflection on that is it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, it just bored me and I didn't feel surprised by it. So that was sad. But How We Fall Apart was much more what I expected it to be, so I liked that. Anyway, thank you so much for being here for this vlog. I hope that you enjoy these 24 hours of reading specific genre videos. I enjoy filming them. Next time, I'm either going to do one of 2 things. I'm going to just set my TBR as 2 books, or I'm going to set it as 3 smaller books and I'm going to read them all. Who knows which one it will be? Watch to find out. But I've got lots of exciting videos coming up, so I really hope that you are looking forward to those. Please do hit the little subscribe and bell icon and all that to be notified when they do go live. But thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.